Hello and welcome. Thank you very much for joining me today. Chat is full. Hey, how are you? Clayton, DM Laney, hey, welcome. Vitani, hi. Arts and Craft with Shazi, welcome. Hi, how are you? Bob, everyone is here. Hi, how are you guys? So great to have you here. Vitani, should you be awake at this point of time in the day? I'm not sure. You're probably lucky that Shakira is not here. Welcome. If you're already awake, welcome. Join us. Happy to have you always. 2 or 3 in the morning because of some things that sounds like things someone of your age should not be concerned by. Hey Lee, welcome. Hi, how are you guys? Already, how many? We have 9 viewers already, and I just started. Welcome. I'm not worthy. Welcome. DM sketching. Yes, we reached episode 3 because we always are taking 2 episodes at a time. If it would just take 1 episode, it would take forever. I think it's how long does it take? I'm not sure. How many episodes do we have? Give me a second. We are in the introduction, so that is completely valid if we just check. I think 12 episodes the first season, and then we have 22 times 6 seasons plus 12 from the first. If we 144, if we continue like we do with 2 episodes a piece, that would be 72 weeks, which is about a year, I think. So you see, I think we have to continue with 2 for now. Who do we have? Kira, welcome. Thank you very much for joining today. How are you? So, okay, but not everyone is just looking here in live. We will also have people that are watching afterwards. So or also perhaps even now, new people, let me explain what we're doing here. We have started with the Buffy Club. That means we are, as a community, watching everybody by themselves, not as a community, but we're watching Buffy together. We join in the experience of watching Buffy and discussing Buffy then together. 2 episodes per week. This the second episode. So last week was the season opening. How is it called? I don't know. The first 2 episodes of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Everybody watches per week 2 episodes. We discuss in the Discord, and we nominate the most important persons of those 2 episodes and then elect who will be drawn. And we have done so today, and we will do so next week. So thank you very much everyone for participating. And yeah, here we are. Let me go into the drawing mode. Exactly. So if somebody's here that doesn't know who Buffy is, we have still our Giles can take over the quick explanation of that.
Slayer hunts vampires. Buffy is a slayer. Don't tell anyone.
Also, if you haven't done that yet, why don't you give me the thumbs up? And we will more or less continue. So we were discussing, or in the Discord. If you are not part of the Discord yet, let me give you the link. Give me 1 second. I could have prepared that, but you know how life is. I'm copying the link right now. And this is the link. I will post it. That's interesting. I cannot post right now. So if you are looking for the link, you can go to the Buffy Club, the first episode that I have uploaded yesterday. I think yesterday, as a timelapse video. There you have the link tree in the description, and there is the link to the Discord. So you can join us there, and then yeah, let's start. We had nominated. Let me give you a quick rundown of who was nominated. Exactly, we have nominated the Praying Mantis lady. That was the question: the Praying Mantis or the lady herself? The Praying Mantis actually was a close second in this case. I have actually looked if I can do it, and the lighting is very bad. The resolution of the series is very bad, so not exactly perfect. So I'm very sorry for that. We'll skip the Praying Mantis. And Aldec, welcome. Hello. Thank you very much for joining. Liana, hi. A wild Liana spawns. Exactly. We had Dr. Gregory, the nice teacher that Buffy, that sees more in Buffy than she perhaps sees herself, which motivates her, and then he instantly gets killed by a praying mantis. So that teaches you to be nice to students, doesn't it? And we won't draw him because nobody voted for him, and after he was nominated, and also he had a screen time of 5 minutes or something, not even 2 minutes, I don't know. He's a nice guy. He means a lot to Buffy. She's very sad, understandably so, but he is not the one we are drawing today. Claw Vampire Guy, we have him nominated. The vampire, the alibi vampire of the episodes. But he didn't make the cut. He also doesn't have that much. He's just a tool to tell the story and to give us the idea that there could be other monsters that even vampires are scared of. We won't draw him. Amy's mom, I was actually considering to draw her in the statue mode, when she gets trapped, just the statue with the eyes. A bit creepy. Could also have been fun, but we are drawing today Giles. Giles is the first main character that will be drawn. I have prepared him here. You already have seen. It's not like I have not. Should I do this with a little bit more mystery around it, who was nominated or not? And if I would do so, you would not see when you click on the thumbnail who will be drawn. But that could also be a draw. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Should I keep it a secret who in the end will be the one that is drawn, or should I still publish it? You have seen it already when you entered the chat, the stream. You have seen it here. I have prepared it as always. I prepare a little bit. Not always. I have started some time down the line because it's not that exciting to always see me do these basic stuff. So yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for being here, and let's start. So you posted something? I don't even know if you have talked with me. I don't think so. Well, okay. Well, I nominated Dr. Gregory, yeah, and rightfully so. He's a nice guy, but you know, felt like he has a huge influence on the episode. He has almost so as Jesse probably in the very first 2 episodes. So he is important to the story, but you haven't voted for him, so there's that. Mean? Who should be mean and why? You posted the Discord link. I haven't seen it. Perhaps I was talking too much. You know, I have to do some kind of introduction also for the viewers. Is the slideshow really still running? Is it broken? Who is he? Okay. Let's get started. We will get started. I have to push the record button here. Otherwise, I will be very sad. Okay, we can start. Yeah, Lainey, you can vote. You know, you don't only have one voice, vote. Also, you can vote as many times as you want, and nominate as many times as you want, as long as it works that way. If for some reason we will at some point in time have about 20 people discussing in the Discord and nominating wildly hundreds of people, we will have to implement some other way to do it. But as long as we can handle it, you can nominate everyone that you want to and vote for as many people as you want, and you vote in the library section of the Discord after I've posted the names of the persons. It is perhaps a bit convoluted, the process, but anyway, it's all for fun, so we will manage. 2 jobs. You had 1 job. You had 2 jobs. What are we talking about? Have you noticed that Kira is Kira? I personally have noticed that Kira is Kira. I'm looking, but need to get some food. A bit of a useless watch I am. But you're here. Thank you very much for the support, Bob. Thank you very much. And did you know she actually made an account? So just so she could comment here, and she could subscribe to the channel, I hope. I knew that she is Kira, and thank you very much for making an account for that. And joining us today, Kira is also, please chat, welcome Kira. She is a real life friend that is also a big Buffy fan. I think, have we ever done a complete Buffy rerun with you, Kira? Have we watched the complete series? I think so. How many times is the question, probably. So we have to be careful with the eyes. The eyes are a bit strange. When I prepared the picture, I noticed that already. I don't know if it's an age thing, but the area around the eyes out is very dark with him. I'm not sure where that is coming from. What do I have? Let me see. Somewhere I have paper that I can use as a smudge guard. I still want to get some foil, transparent foil that I can use so you can still see everything underneath my smudge guard. But yeah. But I have to say, it's very nice also, Kira, for joining me today, because the last stream I had this week was so quiet. Thanks to everyone who was there, but it was more of a slow stream, and I enjoyed definitely the ones where you talk more and you chat more with the audience, because that's why I'm doing a live stream. You know, I can do my regular videos if I don't want to talk to people. So thanks to everyone who is here or is regularly coming, or also non-regularly. It's always appreciated when you stop by. So, but this eye is already, we need to get it in the same size as the other one. Although I'm not even sure if he has same size eyes. You know, not everyone has. The problem with this paper is that I have to be very careful with stains. It is totally unforgiving even for letting your hand just rest for a minute too long, because it absorbs the fat of the oils of the skin. You already see here a little smudge. I'm already sad about that, and I cannot really fix that. So what have I missed? Remember the like button, people? Exactly, here we do have it. I think you should get a few extra likes for me just creating. I think so too. But everyone can only give one, so feel free to give the one that you can. So, Vitani, you have not seen. Are you still here? Are you still awake? If so, have you seen the series? And I would guess no. We are missing our signature first time watcher. So Shakira is not there. So the first time watcher feedback is missing. This is not right. I should have prepared better. This eye is really not good. So let's see. I'm not using this mechanical pencil that much on the gray paper because it's very reflective. It is very silvery, and that doesn't work that well on the gray. So, of course you subscribed. Yes, of course you subscribed. I'm not sure if we did, but we definitely should watch it again as soon as we are allowed to meet again. Exactly. I think we could, but only one or how many households? I don't know. It's the glasses, I think, because they're actually prescription and not just window glass. You mean why the eyes look a bit strange? That could very well be. Could very well be also the very first pair of glasses that is, as you said, prescription glass, and not really just. No, I've drawn content creator with glasses. And I don't think that they have non-real glasses. But the more I correct, it does not really change my perception. So I think we will just start. So let's see what we can do with this eye. Let me, for everyone who isn't perhaps not aware yet, let me reiterate that if you are new, for example, we have now the possibility, or as a world, to see Buffy on Disney Plus, but that is the HD version, which is good for me to find pictures like this with more or less acceptable quality to draw. With SD pictures, it's really terrible to find something that you can even work with in terms of details and stuff. So this is good for me, but it's not the best for the viewer, because the HD version is a very haphazardly created HD version. It is in 16 to 9, I think, right? 16 to 9 format, and the series was not created with that in mind. So there are actually episodes where you can see crew running around on the camera, because they just took the picture without really taking even a look at it if it works in 16 to 9. But that is almost more fun, so I don't even think that's too bad. It's funny. But the issue that we have is that also color correction that was done for example, when you have a scene at the beach that should be taking place by night. It is not really taking place by night in the HD version, because they did not take over the color correction that was done to the original material. So if you are a first time watcher, you should at least be aware of that. And if you get the feeling like something's not right there, there shouldn't be people on the roof in this fight scene, for example. I think those things are pretty obvious. But if you have other stuff like why is it suddenly day or something, you should be aware that that is just a mistake of the version, not of the series. Joss Whedon was not very happy that they took the material and made a 16 to 9 version out of it. Still one household and one person. I think it was opened up, at least the last time I checked. It was actually much more lenient. I think it was 5 people from 2 households. I don't know, but we should be able to do something soon. I think I should take... I need another one of these Q-tips. Don't have a fresh one lying around, I think. So it's really weird seeing vampires in the daylight and not bursting into flames. Exactly. Stuff like that you just have to be aware of if you're seeing it for the very first time, that there are mistakes like that. And also atmosphere, of course, also is not always perfect, because Buffy is a series that is a lot working with blues, for example. Oftentimes in the night it is blue, the light is blue, and it is just simply not in this version. So we will see if this works, what I'm doing here. I'm not sure. The area around the eyes is really strange. I haven't seen it like this just dark shadow all around the eye. Looks a bit like makeup, but well. There is a comparison video, Kira, exactly. Your eyesight is such that you didn't notice any difference. You don't see, I think in the very first episodes it's not that obvious if you don't hold it next to each other. If you hold it next to each other, it is very obvious, honestly. There are the comparison videos, and Liana has posted them on the Discord also, I think. So it is very obvious, especially in certain episodes. Not all around. So most of the time, I think you can probably watch it quite well. But there are specific episodes where it is really messing with the believability. Those more. There are a couple of very impactful episodes, very emotional ones, where a lot of what's going on is really very methodically and technically designed by the director, and those are hurting the most, I would think. So I think we should make sure that after I've drawn the other makeup on here, mascara, we should take care of the glasses. The glasses are something that will anyway not be influenced by anything below. They are very dark. We should make sure that we have them in the same size. They are quite signature for Giles, so we should make sure that we have them correctly. And I should make sure that you can see the picture and not my head the whole time again. My head is a very frequent visitor, unfortunately. So we have glass number 1. It isn't that important that it has the perfect exact same shape. I don't think most people would be able to select the exact shape of Giles' glasses if you give them 3 fairly similar ones to select. The most important thing is that they are actually the right size, stuff like that. So that's a very nice video, exactly. At first I thought, well, it's not that bad, but after a while even I noticed. Yeah, it is. I've watched now the first 2 episodes and it is pretty okay. There's not too many stuff where I think, ooh. But it starts very soon to get a bit of a tragic. And that's why that video is called The Great Tragedy. Because it is nice to finally have a better quality version. And I can also understand that it is quite a lot of work if the color correction was not done based on the HD video material, but is only there as SD version. I can understand that it is a lot of work to get somebody to sit down and try to recreate all that work again. But if you don't want to do that, then don't release an HD version, honestly. I can be happy now because we would not be able to do this here with drawing people from stills, because I would not have enough resolution, enough quality to do so. It would be very hard. I don't think that I would be able to draw them on the HD version. Although these close-ups are very close, so it might work. I don't know, but at least it is easier for me. So I would take that version now for the stream. Still not really perfect size-wise, but I think close enough. Also, good thing is the glasses are completely black or dark. I think they are not black, but in this lighting they appear more or less completely black, so that we will also draw them in more or less completely black. But that also means that if we have to correct a little bit in terms of shape, we can do so by just adding to the frame. Not sure if I don't have the best of days today. Where is the camera picture still there? Something switched on. Yeah, you can see okay. Something switched on the monitor and I have no idea what. I just saw it from the corner of my eyes. So all the actors look as if they are really old because they have wrinkles, even the teenagers. Yeah, that's because they were pretty old when it was done. But nobody expected to see the people in that quality, so the makeup is not up to par. You guys remember the time when they started with HD videos and they had to let go most of the known adult content actors because they just did not look good enough for the resolution. Good times. I hope Vitani is already asleep again. Would get trouble from Chuck for saying stuff like that. So, poor Giles probably doesn't get much sleep, that's why his eyes are dark. Can relate. Well, he's a librarian, he probably gets some hours of sleep on a pile of books as a pillow. Doesn't sound very comfortable though. Those eyes are just looking at me. Bob comes back to be haunted by the eyes. Mona Gilesa. Lola, I actually did not know that, but it does make sense. What do you mean? If he's sleeping on... the what I was saying? Yeah. I think it got fixed a little bit by all over the movie industry. They needed new makeup that can hold up in higher resolution videos. And I think after they got that, they could fix up again almost everybody, but they needed new makeup. Thank you very much, Clayton. We are not far in, but it's a start. And I think with the pre-draw, you almost already can see a little bit of Giles. He looks very young, of course. I haven't drawn in all the wrinkles. But we have now the glasses, and I think they are reasonably shaped. We will probably later, not now, because right now I think I could still correct stuff by erasing. Later we will have to add them in really, really dark, you know. So let's see. We can already draw in a little bit of the light reflection, because that gives us directly again a little bit more of life into the picture. So, and then we can continue. We will first, as if we were with a coloring book, we will first start with the area in the eyes. Actually, it's a quite nice thing that we have. Well, actually, the contrast is not the best in this version, as we have talked about it. We have no real color correction or anything going on in this material, so I would just go ahead and give it a little bit of a contrast boost, so I have a bit more to work with. On my version here, you don't even see that, but just full disclosure, I am touching up the version I am working with a little bit, so I can get a better base line material here. And then this eye already makes so much more sense when I can see more of the details. It's pretty nice to have this already compartmentalized a little bit by the glasses. If you have drawn already some portraits, you know perhaps that probably that it is a pretty common method to take a picture, or not only portraits, everything more or less, and group it into, just put some lines over it and have a grid, design a grid, and then fill in these single boxes. If you haven't tried that yet, try it. It's a good method to get grip on things. Only always concentrate on certain parts, not always the big whole thing, which is a good training. And the glasses do more or less that for us here automatically. So hit the we like button. Good point. Art and Craft with Shazi, thank you very much. I was speaking to a YouTube friend today and they thought my actual name was We. It was a good laugh. I have to explain, it meant a little. Yeah. If they are not English speaking people, I can imagine that could be something that somebody misunderstood. I personally have to say, I did not expect your name to be We. So I think I will actually. I was not thinking about drawing the glasses so dark already now, but more or less at the end. But I think I will already draw in the black outline of the glasses, because otherwise the frame disappears in my shading. That would not be ideal. Buffy question: does anyone actually like episode 4? Because for me, well, it's one I usually skip. Episode 4 is the teacher's pet, right? Not the Amy one. The paper has eyes that are just looking at you. Yeah. I haven't watched episode 1 of Buffy, so I cannot comment. You have not. Right, you are one of those strange people who have never seen Buffy, right? You should. Still, Bob, you are missing out. You are missing out. And I don't even know how you can educate children as a parent without having seen Buffy. I'm not sure if that works, or if that is even legal. Kira does not particularly dislike episode 4, but neither do I really like it. It's just an episode. Exactly. I think that is a very good summing up of the episode 4. It's more or less like a lot of series. Take Supernatural, for example. The first season has a lot of these filler episodes, more or less filler episodes, where they were just trying stuff, trying plot lines. And it was... They had in episode 3 already the witches, and in episode 4 they were then trying giant insects, which is a bit of a strange thing perhaps, but I think they were just trying stuff. They do not even have the excuse to say they were running out of ideas. I hope not with episode 4, but they were just experimenting also. And also something I only found out today, I don't know if you guys knew that, that the puppet they have been using for the praying mantis is actually reusing of a prop from a Babylon 5 character. There was an alien mantis on Babylon 5, and that is the exact same puppet. They haven't changed a thing. They just used it. It probably was something that was lying around in that TV studio, recording whatever building, and they saw it and just thought, oh, why not? Let's do a giant praying mantis. I had to explain I didn't do the art with bodily fluids either, because it also means, yeah, I know that it also means that. Guess it might make someone just think that it's a unique art method. Well, I don't know. You could find watch this, but probably not on YouTube. Probably on another platform that will stay unnamed, because we are a family program here. I don't mind it. Artec does not really have anything against the episode. I think also you are right, completely right, Liana. It's not an episode you have to watch if you have seen the series already a couple of times. I have no issue with skipping it, but I have also no issue with watching it, actually. I think it's very funny, the scene where she turns her head 180 degree. It's so bad made at this point in time. I think it's quite funny. And if you watch it from a comedic perspective, which is not a wrong one when you look at anything that Joss Whedon made, then it's actually quite funny. I don't hate it. I don't need it, but I don't hate it. I'm sorry I haven't seen it. I did feel the same about someone who told me they hadn't seen The Goonies. That is a mortal sin. The Goonies is also very cool. I should see it again though. It's very. I've watched it multiple times, but it's still more than a decade ago, and it is an important movie. As a professional movie historian, that I'm not, I think it's an important movie. I've never even heard of The Goonies. That is a mortal sin, Kira. It is a quite cool adventure type movie with it's a kids movie, but not really a kids movie. It's actually pretty disturbing. Is not the right. It's disturbing the right word. I don't know. It's how do you describe The Goonies? It's a kids movie, but it's also a cross with Indiana Jones. It's an adventure movie, fantasy movie. But yeah, I can see how you are quite a bit younger than I am, and The Goonies is actually one of those movies that I've seen as a kid, and afterwards it was not like it was repeated in the TV every year or something. So I can understand how you probably missed that one. But I think it's available on Netflix, so you could watch it if you wanted to. I really like The Witch though. The Witch, Liana, is a very important episode, isn't it? Because minor spoiler, and I think there aren't really people here that are now watching with us, and so just put your fingers in your ear for a second if you haven't seen it yet. It's a minor spoiler that Amy is a recurring character. And will come back again and again. So even in the last season, up to the last season, so she will be there a lot, and so it is an important episode. It sets her on her journey. And it also sets the stage for a lot of mystical threats in Buffy, that there are not only vampires, witchcraft, the power of witchcraft. So it is a very important episode, isn't it? Hello Karma, welcome to the stream. Kira also likes The Witch. Yeah, it is. Thank you very much, Karma. I bought it my kids as babies. Goonies, you mean? I remember it a little bit creepy, I think. I'm not sure if it really is, but I remember it as one of those more, not really Tim Burton-esque, but also from the feeling here a little bit more on the creepy side. So I'm not sure if for me it would have been the right movie when I was a baby. I was quite lightweight in that regard, so. So, I've seen it a lot, plus the great Sean Astin tweeted me once, weirdly his tweet started, "I love your name." Was supposed to do with an environmental discussion, but it was cool nonetheless. I'm sure it did. Do you have a screenshot of that? We can share on the Discord. I do believe that made your day. You haven't told it to me. 7 p.m. That means movie time in the Weebop house. Hope you have a great stream. Thank you very much. And fast approaching that off. It's not that fast as it was once, but thank you very much. And yeah, I really still need watch time. I do not even have 2,000 hours of watch time, and I need 4,000, so that will take quite some time. With my videos, which are normally only about 5 minutes long or something, it's really difficult to get the 4,000 hours watch time. That will take forever. So everything counts. Thank you very much for lurking. You should watch Buffy though on your movie night, not the movie though. Please, everyone, forget that the movie even exists. You don't need to know it if you watch the series. You should not know it because you will never watch the series. If you watch it first. So yeah, the eyes look a little bit creepy just by themselves, don't they? That is always a danger that you have. But it would also look very creepy if the eyes would have been the last thing that I draw. And so just have to take one hit, one. Either creepy with eyes or creepy without eyes. So we have the shadow here. This streak of shadow. Let's see. Something is still not working out here, but I think we can forgive that for now. So, pizza time. Thank you very much, Adek. The movie is so funny after I've seen the show. Yeah, but really, if you are already sitting in the saddle and you know the series and that it is nothing like the movie, just go for it. Watch it like the catastrophe it is. Be aware that it is not movie canon, series canon, and it shouldn't be. Need more to drink. I actually enjoyed the movie as well, but someone, maybe Liana, told me it was horrible. Some expectations were non-existent. Yeah, I think that helps. Don't take it seriously, and I think that's the most important thing. As long as you don't take it seriously and are aware that it is differing from the series in key aspects, for example, that vampires can fly in the movie. I think that takes it out of canon enough so that you know, okay, this is kind of a similar universe, but it is not in the very same universe as the series, and then it works pretty okay. They also never reference, I think they never do they reference, I don't even know how the Watcher is named in the movie. Do they ever mention him by name? They don't, right? In the series. They also do not mention that vampires can fly in the movie, so I think it's far out enough out of the actual Buffy series universe that you can enjoy it to a certain degree. Justin, welcome. Hey, how are you on this fine morning? It is quite early for you, isn't it? Thank you very much for joining. We are making our second Buffy club meeting. So I don't know if you have seen the series or if you've seen that I'm doing this topic for a stream now. That we are rewatching Buffy and electing always a character from 2 episodes. So in this case from episode 3 and 4, and we draw them. That is in very short terms the Buffy Club. Merrick, yeah, that could very well be. I remember something around that name, but Merrick also sounds more like a vampire, doesn't it? Nullcraft, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for watching, for joining today. How are you? So, we have a lot of shadows around that are not that easy, but if I manage to recreate them, will help us a lot with making this a believable picture. So I feel like I'm too courageous in parts with drawing these. I saw the series when it first came out. You are doing nicely with the glasses. Thank you very much. And that is very good, Justin, that you've seen the series. It is a very good series. But we, Liana is a real life friend of mine, and we have rewatched the series frequently. And this time we just thought, why not include more people and also try to make it a topic for the stream and for the pictures, because there is a lot going on in the series and there are a lot of interesting characters and a lot of portraits that can be drawn. And now that they released on Disney Plus, not in Australia though, I'm very sorry for that, although I'm not directly responsible. They released the HD version on Disney Plus, which has issues. We've also already discussed them. They just took very rough versions of the episodes without the color correction they did for the series, so a lot of scenes that should be at night look as if they are in the day and stuff like that. It's very not really created with love, that HD version, but it helps me with getting screenshots for drawing people, so I'm quite thankful for the resolution that it comes in. So it is his name, yeah, I think so. I'm just not sure if they say it in the show. Okay, Merrick appears in 4 Buffy episodes, but if I'm reading this right, he's never named on screen. Yeah, they show him and he looks completely different, I think. I think they show him, but they don't give him a name. And I think he's an elderly, a bit more resolute person with a mustache, but very different from the movie version, I think. If I remember it now correctly. But we will reach those episodes and we will see. I actually now will probably draw more like I'm doing right now with the not going directly dark, but drawing layer by layer. I did that with the Professor X one, and that turned out quite nicely, and it is a lot of fun actually to draw layer by layer first and see the picture developing like an old photograph almost. If you guys know, I'm rambling a bit. Yeah, they show him, but I think they couldn't afford Donald Sutherland. But he is also not even a lookalike, isn't he? I think it is deliberately. They have deliberately taken somebody that looks really different to really say, okay, this is not exactly the same way. It did not happen exactly the same way as it happened in the movie. They could have taken a lookalike. So, Ilka Art. Sorry again. I think I'd say it wrongly always. Who is Merrick? Merrick is the Watcher in the movie, as Liana already answered. So, if you're new to the channel, we are holding something. Is it the way you say it in English? We are holding. This is an official meeting of our Buffy Club. We are watching the series. We are pretty much in the beginning, but even if not, you could always join in if you've seen it. If you have not seen it, you should. Available in most countries on Disney Plus now. Just watch the episode. Come and join the Discord. Liana, if you have still the link lying around somewhere, you could post it again to the Discord. For some reason I cannot post links right now in my own stream, and I don't know why. Join the Discord. There you can become an official Scooby member. You will get all the information. We always elect a person that was, from our view, the most important person in those 2 episodes of the week. And then I will try to draw the person. And we can discuss not only the person, but everything Buffy, and also everything happening in that episode, and why those episodes are important or not. So we already have some people here that say, no, I would not need the giant praying mantis episode. And there are people who say, I don't mind it. That's not really a fan, though. I think we haven't found somebody who says, oh, that is one of my favorite episodes, or I would always want to watch that episode. So, yeah. I think giant praying mantises are not the biggest draw of the series. Basically, how much I remember about this movie a long time ago. Yeah, I don't think you have to remember the name, though. We are holding a Buffy Club meeting, yes. Hello, Mo. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much. Come on. How are you today, Mo? It's morning for you, right? I hope you have a fabulous morning. We are having a pretty good Buffy Club meeting. A lot of people are joining today. And the picture is coming along pretty okay, I would say. I have to be a bit careful here with the mouth. Don't draw it too big or too small. So we have a check chat in a second. So the pictures will always be a bit more on the rough side because the quality of the template I have is always a bit bad. This is again quite close up. It helps me a lot, but still not that detailed. So it will always have a certain roughness. But we try to make that work for us. Hey Shadow Boy, welcome. Hi, how are you? I already feel bad because I think I haven't visited your channel in quite some time. How is it going, dude? I will definitely. Probably not today anymore because after this my day is probably over. But on the weekend I have to definitely check out the last things you have done were so good. I hate the way that YouTube is now showing you videos that it doesn't show you automatically the person that you are subscribed to, that you always have to keep watching, or it won't even appear anymore in your. I don't like how it works, because then in that way some pretty awesome content sometimes I miss out on it and need to be reminded again. The mouth is not good. Something is really not good with the mouth. But it's not ruined yet. So, understatement of the century. I'm great, thank you for asking. I hope you're well also. It's better now that all you guys are here with me and joining me today. I didn't miss much. You didn't release it. That could also be a reason why YouTube hasn't shown it to me. Working on a new video though. That's great. I will definitely don't miss that, I hope. So let's continue a little bit with the shadows around the mouth area. I think that will help us with seeing if we need to go bigger, smaller, wider, higher. Whatever. So, hey Mary, welcome. Hi. I'm pretty okay. Now that all you guys are here. Didn't have the best of days, but it ends on a nice note with all you guys, so everything is fine. You know, as an afterthought, if this is judged from the witch, you shouldn't be drawing him. Should you be drawing him knocked out? I have actually watched a couple of clips from the episodes to see which one would be the nicest to take. And this one, he looks very stern, and I think it's quite funny. He's actually, this is the face he makes in the very beginning when he tells. I think it's a very cool opening again. The series has a lot of these very cool openings where he is berating Buffy and we don't really know why and what is going on. And then we find out that he is not happy with her being a cheerleader. And I think that's a very cool scene. So it's from there. And I like that very much, that speech he's giving there. So that was what I was going with. And also I have to always see where we have this very extreme close-up that we don't have in a lot of scenes. Shadow, you probably have not seen Buffy. I would presume you are quite young. You should watch Buffy, but be aware that the clothing style and stuff is a bit old-fashioned. And also the effects aren't really that good anymore by today's standards. But it is still a very, very cool. The thing about Buffy is just the storylines, how they it's just so cleverly written, and you just become part of the family more than with any other series I've ever seen. You become part of the group and get pulled inside of that universe. And even in the later seasons, where it becomes a bit more depressing, but you just hold on and need to know how it all ends for the people. It is an amazing piece of TV history, and it should not be judged after the first 4 episodes for everybody that might be new to the series. Don't stop watching after the first few episodes. Not even after the first season. The first season is only 12 episodes long because they did not have money for more. It's almost a miracle that they had even that money after the terrible flop that the movie was. So, he does get out in the episode. I think he does, yeah, in the end. In the confrontation. Never heard of it. Shadow Boy has not even heard of Buffy. Shadow, please, come on, guy. Dude. Buffy is an amazing part of TV history. And even if you haven't seen it, you should be aware of it. So you can either now watch with us, or if you have Disney Plus, at least just read a little bit about it because it has such a big pop culture influence. Also, it is, especially with you writing and speaking a lot about different genres and stuff. Something like Buffy, you should know. It definitely also has its influences in the gaming. And I don't think that I'm overstating the importance of Buffy on the complete my generation and the generation after. I can somehow understand that you haven't heard of it, but you should. Everyone should watch Buffy. Exactly. I still have like 45 episodes of Attack on Titan. You can watch more than one series though, you know. I have only ever seen, and I'm not even sure if I've seen, I think I have seen the complete first season of Attack on Titan. Nothing afterwards though. A bit depressing, it says. Yeah, it gets really hard. So, yeah, we won't spoil too much, no. So, but Buffy gets quite hard, but also still funny. A lot of very funny episodes, and the humor. That's so amazing about the series. The humor really holds up. That's not just me talking from nostalgia. That is just truth, you know. I think Buffy has influenced so many TV series, books, every part of media. So I think it's really if you want to understand TV in the early 2000s, I think you need to know Buffy. Buffy is not from the early 2000s though, but it has influenced that time very much. Doesn't look half bad, does it? It looks pretty. You can see him, I think. So it's a good start. So I don't really watch TV shows though, only anime sometimes. Yeah, well, if that's what you watch, I don't want to overstate and oversell Buffy now, but I understand. It is okay. Everybody has its own taste, but Buffy is something. If you ever watch more TV, non-anime, check it out. So I just realized I watched The Silent, didn't hear a word you said. No. Then hello and welcome again, Mary. No, I'm talking a lot of stuff. I'm talking a lot of stuff. Sorry, I'm quite tired. It's not my first language. Please forgive me. Just laugh with me. Not over me, please. With me. Justin, great work. I have to go to work. I hope I haven't missed you now completely. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you, and have the greatest day. And good luck with the Buffy Club. Thank you very much. Mary, I watched Buffy a long time ago. Yeah, it is old. I've never disputed that. There are Buffy comics. They should make a Buffy anime. Could happen. I think the new Buffy universe series is still in talks. They have on Netflix. They have that would be an amazing Netflix deal, wouldn't it? Though, they have now this Pacific Rim animated series. I don't think it's anime, but they have an animated series. why not do something with Buffy? I think there are a lot of animes. I'm not sure in which direction they influence each other, but there are in around that time there are a lot of animes where that I have seen. I would not be able to name them now because I haven't watched anime in a long time. But there are a lot of animes where I thought that they were heavily influenced by Buffy. Not sure, Kira, if you have any on the top of your head. I think you've seen more anime than I have. Or am I lying now? Have I saved that wrongly in my head? Which is not uncommon. We could call this one Scratchy, don't we? We have Mr. Squeaky, and this is Mrs. Scratchy or something. I thought it was also Squeaky, but I think it's a completely different material than the Darkstone pencil. It's a pastel one, so it is definitely a different material, although they look more or less the same. We are already 1.5 hours in, and we are not that far. I'm very slow today. Not even sure that it is the talking part because I am working pretty deliberately. I had a slow start though. Took a long time for the ice and stuff. So I'm trying right now to pick up the speed a little bit, the pace. So sorry if I take a bit of time until I'm with the chat again. Chat. So the Buffy comics, they should make Buffy anime. We already have talked about that. Anime is great though. Shadow. I watched the first 5 seasons of Buffy in German and liked it. Then I switched to English and suddenly everyone was funny. I was so surprised. Yeah, the German translation of Buffy is not very good, but that is not Buffy exclusive issue. It is. I guess you can complain that we have in Germany a lot of translated stuff and dubbed stuff, and the quality of the dubbing is not that bad, but sometimes or most of the time the translation is really bad. But the quality of how they speak and stuff, it's comparatively good, I guess, and it opens up, of course, all this content for people that cannot speak English, so I guess it's a good thing to have. I just wished it was easier to get English language content, although with the rise of the streaming services that is non-issue anymore, so I guess we have both now, and that is a good thing. We can watch it in original, but for everyone that cannot understand English, that doesn't understand English, we have a dubbed version, so all is good. I think I watched most of it in German while it was airing on TV, and then later made the same experience as Leon. It is pretty new. I have not watched it because we have still, after all this time, still not seen the second Pacific plot hole. movie. And so I expect that the series is probably playing after the second one. But I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't even seen the trailer completely because I do not want to be spoiled. So I stopped it from playing. And then the style looks pretty nice. I think it is anime style, and it is. I don't know if it's completely computer generated. I've only seen very few stills, I think, of it. So I could be completely wrong about the style or something, but I think it was anime style and computer animated. It is pretty new, I think. Came out in these days. So as I said, I have to be careful with time so that I get a bit more done. So I'm very sorry if I am a bit unattentive with the chat right now. Hello, Danas. Hey, Dana, welcome. How are you? I hope you are good. We are drawing, as you've probably seen, Giles today. And I'm not very fast, so I'm trying to pick up the speed, the pace a little bit. He looks very confused in my version, doesn't he? So did you also vote for somebody? I don't remember right now. Dana, have you had you voted for somebody from these two episodes? So we have a little bit of a glasses shadow here, which is always a good thing to include because it grounds the glasses in the picture, gives them a little bit of context and therefore a bit more believability. There are, though, in my picture already a couple of mistakes, I would really call them, because they are like this one. I'm not sure if I can still fix it. The shadow is not like in the original, but for some reason it is not glaringly obvious. So sometimes you don't even have to fix all the mistakes. They can look pretty non-intrusive in your picture. If you're not going for photorealism, it's not that important. We're not going for photorealism in these pictures, because for photorealism I don't have the picture quality to work with, and probably also not the skill level. but we are working on it, aren't we? So. Dragon's looking great. Thank you very much, Dana. The Witch Mom, yeah. Yeah, you nominated the Witch Mom. And I was thinking, actually, I talked about it in the beginning. I actually was so close to taking her final form when she was banned into the statue. I was actually thinking about drawing the statue with those human eyes. Would have been something else. Would have also been funny, but also a little bit creepy. But that would also have been interesting. Perhaps I will at some point still do that because I think it's funny. And I have not really drawn, or I have drawn metal before, so with Ultron, but still this very glossy material would also have been interesting to draw. And then with the human eyes, a bit creepy, but fun. So I almost did that. So I'm still not, the contrast is not there. I have almost touched every area of the face, but not at the darkness level that I need to. So still a lot to do, but I will probably still continue with filling in the last big gaps before I go into too much detail, because it looks, you can see him, I think, so it's not bad. So there were actually a lot of interesting characters in those 2 episodes to select. So it's almost a missed opportunity on some of them, but there are reasons. We have discussed that already. The Praying Mantis is a bit difficult because it's just so dark and bad quality. That was not really feasible to get a good picture of her. Also, I would probably need more than one stream to draw all those intricacies, like with the Ultron one, where I needed 2. I don't know why I haven't drawn in the highlights here yet, because that's pretty fun normally and it adds a lot to the picture. Don't know why I haven't done that. No time like the present. You see, it already looks, I think it looks fun with just those small highlights in there. And for the not that glaringly white highlights, I like to use the colored pencil, the white one, because it's not that intense as the pastel one I have here. I think it adds a lot, just the small white parts. It's pretty fun. Ryan, welcome. Hi, I'm sorry that I noticed you so late. I am a bit behind. I have to hurry up to get more done, so I'm a little bit sometimes late on reading the chat. But welcome, and thank you very much for dropping by. I hope you're good. Thank you, Ryan. I want that white pencil too. That white pencil is amazing, yeah. I have links in the non-live streams. If you watch the other Buffy time-lapse video, I have links to the pens, to the white ones also down below in the description. You can even help me out by buying on Amazon if you are in the UK or Germany, but I think neither one of you is, so but anyway, you can at least see really which pens I am using and make sure that you get the right ones, because I'm very happy with them. Also with the this is actually the Polychromos Faber-Castell one, white one. I actually have only that one from Faber-Castell because I wanted a good white, and I was actually a bit disappointed in the beginning that it is really not that white intense, especially on gray, but it is a very good addition to the pastel one I have from Conte à Paris. Also link in the description of the other video, and so those two give me all the options with white that I need actually. Actually with the gel pen, of course, highlights the real white in the eyes. It's you cannot draw with the pastel one on top of the lead pencil, so to do that, to add these little sparks, it's still very helpful to have a gel pen. But for all the other stuff, it's really a lot of fun to use those two different whites. So I ordered the black pencils, but I had to hunt them on the US Amazon. Super excited to get them. They are the Blackstone. It is really called Blackstone and Pierre Noir. It's a French brand. I don't know. It has a French name and it pretends to be French. Doesn't always mean that it is French. But it is really, it was a game changer for me. I really love it. It's very difficult to sharpen. You need a really good sharpener because it breaks. It is very, very soft, but it is also extremely dark and does not reflect light at all. So it's, for me, it was a game changer, and I hope I hope it will be the same for you, Dana, that you will have. Tell me when you get it, and or perhaps even make a video drawing with it, because it's really, for me it is a game changer. Let me know what you think when you have it in your hands. So we have pass of almost every part of his face now. just adding some of those highlights is already, it gives it so much three-dimensionality. So it draws itself almost. Chavards, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you're well today. You won't get them until April 1st. Well, that takes some time. But yeah, it could be that they are really not that common on the US market. Some of these are not that easy to get. I also had to watch a little bit. How to get them. So but still not. Still not at the darkness level everywhere where I need it, or the also three-dimensionality level as I need it. Especially the forehead is always a bit more difficult. It looks easy because it is just a more or less flat surface, but this more or less can make it quite difficult to really capture. And also it has to be in the right darkness level in comparison to the rest of the face, so that the plasticity you get fits to the rest of the face, how you draw it. I'm not sure if it makes sense what I'm saying if you have not had those issues yet, because it sounds like duh, but it can happen that you have different level of that the same color of gray in the picture around the chin or the forehead has different level of darkness in your representation, because you were looking just at this area and shaded it independently, and then you looked at this and shaded it independently. And right now this is lighter in general than this, so it doesn't fit perfect. So stuff like that you have to watch out for. That you have the same level of lighting and translation from picture to your, from the original to your picture representation, that you have the same levels. Does that make sense how I describe it? I'm not sure. I'm not the best describer. As proven by saying it that way. And also doesn't look similar enough if you don't add the same types of highlights, of course. That also will tie it all a little bit together. Probably something that I will have to adjust a little bit, but it is more of a stylized. It's not really the photorealistic approach that we're doing here anyway. So it is more of a stylized style. Anyway. So it looks pretty neat, I think. pretty okay. So it does make sense. Okay, thank you very much. Prasanna, welcome. How are you? Thank you very much for joining today. I hope you are well. So we are now adding a little bit of the hair detail. We don't have that much detail. It is very dark, so it does not really get the love that some other hair gets with single strands. So this will end to be a more shaded, basic approach, but it fits also to the general style that we have anyway here. More coarse strokes. So in these cases, you don't have always to draw the hair the same way with the same style and strands and single strands and stuff. It can also be just a shaded area like this. I am. Thank you very much. And now that all you guys are with me, I am on the best of days, but which day is the best? So now that everyone is with me here in stream, I am much better. And here the day is almost done. I'm not sure, Hosanna, what time of day is where you are. If it's also evening for you or if it is morning. So Friday is almost gone for me. Weekend is beginning. I hope weekend will be a bit better than the week ended, but I'm sure it will be. Hey Travarts, welcome. How are you? Welcome to the stream, nice to have you here. We are right now drawing the first layer of hair. I am not drawing it strand by strand for this portrait because it doesn't have the details. It would be a lie eitherwards. I would have to invent it. So I'm just going to shade it more or less. Give it a general appearance of being strandy hair, just with the strokes that I'm adding. It's a bit more the stylized approach anyway. It is also faster, and I dallied a bit too much in the beginning, so we are quite far in already time wise, and now we are also process wise a bit further along. So okay, so I think we are now in a good place. We need more contrast still, but we are in a good place. We'll leave his hair like that, lol, I love it. I think we're pretty. I think his forehead is too big though. I'm not too sure. I think it is too big. I will have to measure that, make it a little bit smaller, I think. because most of it I would probably leave like that. I will revisit it tomorrow. I think the forehead is big, but we will concentrate more on the face now again. Bring it a touch down darkness wise. The darkest areas we make a bit darker by actually going in with my darkest pencil, Blackstone, just giving it a bit more darkness overall, just heightening the contrast really. He looks very agitated, doesn't he? I think his hair looks too nice on your picture. Could be. Could be. As I said, he looks a bit like an alien, big head wise. Probably have to make it smaller. I have a feeling like the face in general is a bit too, has been moved in my representation. Should be a bit higher. Looks a little bit squashed. But that's the good thing with a bit more of a stylized approach. It's not that important to get this photographically accurate representation. Also, I see with the Buffy Club a lot of more Giles portraits upcoming anyway, so if this doesn't work out, I will still have a couple of opportunities to try. So, I probably have to still get more contrast in there. So also the darkness and everything down here in the chin and neck area makes sense in the context, but I prefer, if you've seen my pictures, the non-essential parts of a portrait, like neck and clothing. I often prefer to just give hints to that, not really drawing too much that could take away from the face, but have more of a more hinting that there is clothing. And it's not just this floating head, but not really drawing into many details of clothing. No buttons or stuff like that. Also, I don't like to draw clothing. But I still have to find out how much I need to draw here to make it look sensible, to make it look logical, believable. But we will see. We will see. Also helps to have a contrast line that makes a good contrast between face and background. We have here an unshaded. This is one of the areas which I'm talking often. When you watch your own picture too much, sometimes you don't even notice if you have forgotten areas. This is one that I almost would have now forgotten to shade. There's not too much to do, but it still is an open blank area of the canvas, which is very strange looking in the end, which might not be visible to everyone on the first glance, but it's still something very off-putting once you see it and find it. So try not to forget areas. Okay, I think we have a good first pass, not path, pass of a child's portrait here, or not more than a first pass. We are quite far in. As I said, I have to definitely check again on the forehead, the size of the forehead. I'm not sure, there might be some stuff some size issues there that I should fix. It looks a bit off, to me at least. But I don't want just on a hunch now start and making it smaller. Might be that the complete face is a bit off center. I get more and more, the more I'm watching, looking at it, the more I get that feeling that the whole face is a little bit. Then I have to make just the decision if I will not be able to completely move it, but the question is, do I leave it like this? Do I make the forehead a little bit smaller that it doesn't is as obvious? Thank you very much, Lainey, and thank you very much, Lee. Yeah, I think we are about to call it quits for today. Yeah, so the contrast again, darkness, I will have to see how far I go. There. Same with the highlights. I could overstate the highlights sometimes that also gives a cool dramatic effect. Might have understated them in comparison to the darkness. I might increase it a bit more because I always like highlights, especially on the gray paper. Yeah, so that are things that we might. Thank you, Dana. Thank you very much for saying that. Those are things that we might be looking at before it is finished. So for everyone that might be new to the stream, I am always preparing the general portion of the stuff before we start with the live stream. This is what we do in the live stream. As far as I get the more or less complete picture, sometimes we get further than other times. We are pretty far now. Things that I will change, you will be able to also see in the timeless version that will be released for the Friday stream next Thursday. I released yesterday the time lapse of the first Buffy Club episode in the live stream last week. There you will have the complete process from A to Z. So if you're interested in the first episode, check that out. You don't have to necessarily watch the complete stream. You will miss out on my magnetic personality, but I'm also commenting the time-lapse version, so you will also get a little bit of input there of stuff that has happened, or my thoughts about the picture or Buffy in general. Same with the other portraits that I draw in the timeless version, or also in the live stream. I also have a Wednesday live stream that is pretty Buffy free, so you can also check that out if you want to. Yeah, but that's it. So thank you all for being here, to joining me. I am very thankful for you spending the time with me. I very much appreciate it. I had a lot of fun, more than I anticipated, so thank you to everyone that was here for that. I was more forcing myself to really not cancel the stream, but it was a fun stream, so thank you very much for that. Have a great evening, everyone. I hope I will see you soon. Next live stream on next Wednesday. Next video release on Monday. Time in between will be filled by some shorts, which you can check out to see if you've missed a video of mine that could be interesting for you. So subscribe. Don't forget to give me the thumbs up if you haven't yet for this stream. I very much appreciate you. Thank you very much for spending time with me, and have a fantastic weekend. Goodbye.